What's happening?
Get ready
Gents,
for us. We're going live.
Bruh.
fellas.
It's a chance of the 3.5.
Cheers,
What's going on?
Look at that, man.
What's up?
It's a chance of the 3.5 to be a fly on the wall. At the barbershop or gym, in the bathroom stall. Or when he's on his way from hanging out or work. At the end of the day, do you ever just want to get into a huddle to listen, rebuttal, or just plain understand what's happening in the cave of a man? Yeah.
Speak on it.
3.5. Yeah.
All right.
You know, so when you're self-aware, even when you're dealing with someone's ego, you know when to allow it to, you allow their ego to live in its own space. And when you engage that energy, that's when there's a problem. If you engage the ego with your ego, then it's like, okay, now something has to happen. It could keep escalating to a level that can be irreversible. There's a knowing in being an artist. There's a knowing. You can't guess. You can't think. There's a knowing. You have to know. You have to have this knowing that, okay, it may not work today, it may not work tomorrow, but this is the right thing, and this is what I'm doing, and this is what's feeding me. So that would be the best advice that I can give you. That knowing, just believe in what you're doing, and you haven't figured out the thing that you do best yet. When you feel it and when you know, no one can tell you. You only have to be right once.
That's part of it. Like, he wants to happen because his well-documented thing that he's wanted to do his whole life is create a news network. That's his dream.
Well, he did that
to create his own news outlet.
Yeah.
So
in Fox basically is
the power of the press. No, it'd be like Trump News, Trump Network News.
Wow.
I don't know if that's going to be the exact name, but it was something to that.
Something similar to that
detail.
effect, yeah.
And if you think about it, look, the power of the press is in my opinion, and in a popular opinion, the strongest thing you can have. Every powerful person has a hand in the press, right?
Yep.
Some of the biggest
billionaires
in the world are either owners of the press or
it's three different companies and they all own different sections.
Right. Exactly. So there are, there is you could say what you want about Trump. He may not be the most articulate person, but I don't know if he's smart, but he definitely has. He has smart business people around him.
Yeah.
So
right about that.
You may not like him, but what I'm getting from you guys that you guys don't like him, but just your tone. So pardon me if I'm being
I would say I don't like him. I would just say, why?
Right.
Why 4 years happened? Why?
You know what? He appealed to a fanaticism.
And people underestimated him, and what people don't understand is there's a huge group of people that love the entertainment of it.
Yeah, you're right.
He gave them all of that.
Because there are a lot of solutions what Trump supported.
I think it goes a little beyond that, gentlemen. I think he had extreme, people will say radical ideas that were completely different than any other president as of late.
Mm-hmm.
There were people out there, even moderates, that were like, let's give it a shot. What's the worst that happens?
What
4 years?
That's exactly what he said on his campaign. He's like, what do you got to lose?
What do you got to lose when
what do you got to lose?
When it's already, that's exactly. the whole thing about him. He's a businessman. He built a whole moniker around his first campaign.
Yeah, man.
Make America great
again. I mean, it's a good statement, but is when I remember there was this debate going on, and then someone was asking, "Make America great again," but what does that really mean?
I come from the same place, we still hustle when it's hot.
Right, and everyone has their own views of what makes America great.
And that slogan has been used for years in different areas. It was used years ago. People were saying that back in the Kennedy era.
Yeah.
What do you think it means when you hear the words, "Let's make America great again"?
I think America's pretty great.
And this is just my opinion. I think it's just time for a change.
Yeah.
I'm not saying, I'm not one of those people that are like, F Trump. I'm more one of those people like, in my opinion, it didn't work.
Yeah.
So it's just time for a change.
Yeah, because they went from one of the best presidents ever to Trump.
But look, you gotta understand something. Right. There are different. Trying to word this delicately. No. There are. Everyone has a different view of what they think makes a great president.
True.
Right? There are people that are out there that may not be a huge Trump fan, but the stock market is very important to them.
It's very important to them, so they'll go for Trump.
So people vote. Look, people vote. People tend to vote. Let's just say that. People tend to vote what is most valuable for them, and their families.
Yeah, you are correct on that one.
So here's me. I'm an actor. I'm a performer. I have democratic views, but I also have some Republican views. I'm talking traditional.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'm usually the middle vote that the Democrats and Republicans really tried to target, because
basically the swing states, more or less. You can go either way.
My vote doesn't matter in New York, regardless. New York is the state, but I'm saying I'm part of that middle ground that I voted Democrat.
Yeah.
And I voted Republican before. So you know, I voted for Hillary. I voted
I would have voted for Hillary.
I voted for Giuliani. The first time I could vote, I voted for Giuliani.
Yeah.
And Giuliani, people didn't think even Giuliani at first was even going to win.
Yeah.
He ended up being a great mayor for New York.
Yeah.
He went crazy.
Yeah.
Obviously, he's something.
Yeah, he's somebody else.
There's something that's chemically off with him, which I feel horrible, because I don't know if you guys know this. He was a darling of New York.
Yeah.
And apparently had a really bad divorce, and did not,
He didn't recover well.
He didn't recover from that, so he just took it out on everybody.
Things did not get good for him.
Yeah, that happens. So, breakup changes things. Yep.
That's my my political soapbox, Darren. Don't try to bait me into more of that talk.
No. I won't.
I know what you're up to.
You should dedicate yourself like an hour or so a day just for your little creative space.
Right, and that's the point. I've already told my wife, there are things that I'm gonna start doing a little bit. Now my kids are my two older ones are getting, a little older.
Mm-hmm.
So I could start allocating a little bit more time for myself. And look, even if it's at nighttime, even if it's from 9 to 10:30.
Yeah, at least you have that. Yeah.
I'm in here. I don't have to necessarily be playing and recording, but like maybe hang out and create a melody.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It doesn't have to be just record maybe like a cool cool vocal line. Just something. It doesn't have to
always do it, because even when I was on the ship as well, I said that a lot, where if I have a melody in my head, I'll just I can't do anything about it. Take my phone and just record a voice note real quick. Right. And then when I get to the piano, just put it down.
I have a friend who does that.
Yeah.
Like
That's
he'll
the
just
best
be
way to
like, he'll be like in the middle of a conversation. He'll be like, "I'm sorry, wait 1 second." And he'd be like,
Exactly. Yep.
Like,
And
what
then
the hell did you
stop
just?
it, and then come back to it later. Yeah.
I had a melody, man. I was like,
Exactly. That's what you gotta do.
when I'm speaking to my friends, and hanging out with my boys, like the last thing I'm thinking about is like that. But it's pretty cool that people are on like that music all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, my boy Ron is like that. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are people that are freaks like that, and that's like, I mean that in the highest form of a compliment.
Yeah.
Like they're just, music is always on their mind. That's, they live, breathe,
breathe, eat
that music,
yeah.
eat music, and so they're thinking about it all the time. Like me, I could like, I could disconnect and be like, it's all good.
Yeah, I retired that whole idea a long time ago.
Right.
Yeah. No, even for me now, I don't even look at music anymore. Like I'm doing so many other things. Like I don't even look at music.
But it's, look, first of all, that makes me a little upset. First of all.
Yeah.
But second of all, it has been a time of reimagination, recreating, and learning. I've learned so much this quarantine, not only about myself, about my family, about my kids, but like learning new things. Every Tuesday night, guys, I go and visit moms.
Nice.
My mom's mad Italian, so she's like, she's always worried about her son eating, and I'm like, relax, like your son eats, don't worry about it. But she's like, I know Megan, she's like, I know she makes meat for you, but like, I know she doesn't eat meat.
Yeah, so if you really want the good food.
So when I get to my mom's house, it's like spaghetti and meatballs. There's like chicken parmesan. She gives me like 15 things. So like every Tuesday night, I come home at like 10 o'clock. When my wife's on the couch, she's like, "What's going on? What's in your bag? What's in this huge garbage bag that you just brought home just now?" I'm like, my mom like packed like 30 things of food for me to bring home.
Do you go by yourself? Is that just you and her time, or is that all your siblings?
Yeah. I try to link up with my mom. Tuesdays, my wife works, right? So I'm with the kids, and then most of the time, her aunt comes and hangs out with me and helps me out while I work.
Oh, okay, well that's good.
Okay.
Yeah.
And her Megan's aunt lives by my mom, so I drive her when Megan gets home. I drive her home, and then like as I'm coming back, I stop at my mom's for about 30 minutes.
Yeah.
An hour. Yeah.
30 minutes, an hour, hang out. My mom's like, have a glass of wine. I'm like, I'm about to drive. She's like, it's only a glass of wine.
Exactly. It's nothing. It's only
I'm
one.
like so paranoid,
No, stay paranoid.
I'm paranoid.
Exactly. Yeah.
Stay paranoid.
You know me. You know me and my driving tactics, Darren.
Yeah, but you're very careful driver.
10 and 2.
You're very careful.
You're very careful.
10 and 2. 10 and 2.
I remember the first time I got to the car with Darren. Darren's like, 10 and 2, huh? 10 and 2? 10 and 2. I'm like,
not like the rest of us.
Shoulders up, man. Loosen those shoulders up, George.
Exactly.
Like if we were having like a major conversation, he was like, hold on 1 second. And then he changed lanes. I'm like, hold on, man.
You gotta stop talking just a turn.
Yeah, I was like, wait a minute. Is this gonna be the whole way to Philly?
You know what it is? I was like,
and I didn't know that at first until you told me that. You like, man, I'm a new driver. And I was like,
I'm a new driver.
Oh.
Yeah, you gotta be careful.
Yeah,
but like I've lived in Brooklyn my whole life.
That's like turning the radio down when it's time to back up. It's like oh.
Like why? If you come down here and see me drive, that's when you're gonna freak out, man. Yeah.
Do y'all drive on the other side of the road too?
We drive on the left side.
Left side, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, can I ask you, Jardé? You mess around with the Rubik's Cube? I just saw you with the Rubik's Cube.
Oh yeah. I solve it every now and then.
Oh man, that's awesome. I think,
Yeah.
like, I love it. I love it just because like I have like ADD. I'm always like,
Oh, like this.
and that's like something for me is like keeps me engaged. But
Oh yeah.
I've only done it like 2 times.
Ah,
I was
I can show you how to do this. I can do this. The quickest I've done it is like 2 minutes. 2 minutes.
Oh, really?
minutes.
Yeah. But like there are some guys in competition that can do it in seconds. But I'm like, why?
That's an actual sport, right?
Yeah.
I just saw a documentary on it, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, they literally do it because you can memorize. I've memorized all the algorithms for it already. So it's just a matter of how fast your mind can think it and do it.
Oh, so that'd be that's.
How long did it take you to do that?
To learn it, took me about a week maybe.
Oh wow!
Sitting down and actually going through it and first algorithm, left in this, right in this, left in this, right in this, get this down. And then after a while, you get accustomed to the motions in your hands. So, so if I'm solving this, I can probably do this in a couple seconds. But like, you get accustomed to just the movements and whatnot. So like, if I'm looking at this, that's the white, that's the 2 whites already.
See, that's crazy, man. That's so
man.
awesome.
It's fun. I like it. It's fun.
I'm perplexed by that. Like, I see it.
Man, I remember when that thing came out, and it was just like, what is this new sensation?
Yeah, everyone likes it. It's just like, for me, it's like one of the things where if someone knows that you can solve it, they're like, oh my God, you can solve that. I'm like, yeah.
Do it now.
Not that hard. It's not that hard to solve it. So once you get accustomed to the movements and shit, it's fine. Let me see this.
If I was like you, I would tell everyone, "Oh, I don't know how to do it," and then like just do it.
Randomly do it.
Set the expectation so low that when you do it,
that way you have 5 minutes if you need to, just to
just to figure it out. Exactly.
You'd be like, yeah, well, I guess I can do a little bit here. Yeah, I just did that. It'd be like, oh,
exactly.
Okay.
And then you're good to go.
Yeah, microphone solo with this Amen. Rockin'. Lord, give me a sign.